You are welcome, Mohammed. You're welcome, Mohammed. Okay.
Hello.
You are welcome, Mohammed.
Yeah. Hi. Good day.
I was awake.
Thank God. Thank God. No problem.
So we are joining into Python pandas. We are going to Python pandas today. And when you hear about pandas, what comes to your mind?
Um. Partners. Um. I don't have too much idea per se, but let me just give like what I know. Panda
Yeah.
is
So
Pandas is one
what
of
you are
Python library which is
okay?
used in working with large data sets.
Okay.
Yeah, it have a function of analyzing, cleaning, and cleaning data
Okay.
sets.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. So and it also dealing on creating data frame, data set, and all.
Data
So
set, data series.
yes. So first of all, we are going to see how we can. So first of all, we are going to see how we can use data pandas for creating tables and all before we can go into data analysis. Okay. So
Okay.
we are starting from the scratch in the sense that we are going to see how to create various table then before we analyze it. So I want to let you know that pandas is the last course for advanced Python. So in
Okay.
pandas, okay, what do you want to say?
No, no, no. I was listening to you.
So in pandas, we are going to see how we can also use other libraries to visualize. Okay, and
Okay.
we are going to see matplots. Have you heard about matplotlib library?
Yes. Yes.
We are going to see how we can use matplotlib to visualize in Python, and we are going to see seaborn. Okay, seaborn is also used for visualizing. And if time permits us, I might took you to Power BI to see how we can move our Python analyzed data set to Power BI to visualize.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
if time permits us. Okay, so we are going to start this course now. So, few minutes. Let me set up my system for live streaming. Okay. So, and can you share your screen? Can you share your screen
The,
now?
the problem if I share my screen, I have to use my phone to talk because my computer up till now I can't use it to talk.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. I don't know why. That's the first thing that I used to join. And it will be small noise at the background. Let me try. Let me just try.
Okay.
Live streaming is
And
on.
I don't. Okay, okay. Can you just stop the live streaming? Just
Yeah.
stop it. Okay. Like I don't know what is wrong with the laptop, shall.
I
But
swear, like I don't know what's
so what
wrong.
do you think?
They are telling me to download an
Okay,
extension. I've been trying to download the extension, but it's still not working.
I would love both of us to interact. If you check my other students, we interact. They share their screen, then I direct them. we practice like that so that you will also see how to use the sharing system, and you will also get familiar with the visual environment. Okay,
Yeah.
so it's fine. You try, but you try. Make sure you try to uh, fix that problem. Okay, fix
Yeah.
it. You need it. You need it because you need it. If you feel like going to advanced courses like going to Excel, Pandas, you need it. You need it because those times you will be needing some interaction. Okay, some interaction. Okay. So if I'm teaching, I'll just be like I'm just explaining, and I don't feel that you are practicing with me because I'm not seeing it. Okay,
Yeah.
need it. So we are. Let me share my screen to Google Colab. So are you seeing my screen?
Yes.
So so and can you take us back to what you learned the last class?
Okay. In our last class, that was the day we concluded non-fi. So let me check my notes. Okay, so in our last class, we continue from where we stopped. Like we continued from I think from array array
Okay,
comparison. We continue from array
okay,
comparison. Yeah, like we learned how to compare two sets of arrays. Like for example, A and B. We learn how to compare the
okay,
values A and the values in B. So we did
okay,
some on that. Then we talk more about the comparison. Like we even made some real life examples stating that the array comparison is like using a password, like a Facebook password. Like every time you come in, they will try to check whether you are using the same letters or words. So from there, we'll go how to access elements in an array. We did that.
okay,
Yeah. We'll learn how to do the slicing in array. Then
okay.
from there, we'll,
Have I taught you about how a lottery game works?
yes, yes, we did that. We did that before this other class.
Okay, before this
Yeah,
other class.
yeah, where we
I
talk about
think
step, stop, and
yes, yes. I think that is the practical class for NOPI, and I believe we have concluded it. So,
okay,
we are going to see pandas, and this is our notebook. This is our notebook, okay?
okay,
At the end of this training, at the end of this training, I may share the notebook for you,
okay,
okay, at the end of it. So, first of all, when we want to work on pandas, we have to import it. So, I've told you about import. Do you know the meaning of import? Do you know
yeah.
what import stands for?
Import like bringing something from outside to inside, like
Okay,
bringing
like
in.
bringing some. Okay, okay. So you just give us better explanation. So we are going to import it. It's more important for us to import it because if we did not import that library, the system will not recognize our code. So we must import pandas because the system will not recognize it if we did not import it.
Import.
Okay, I hope try to jot it down. Okay, try to jot
Yeah.
it down. So we are in pandas and we are going to do the importing of pandas. We are going to say import pandas as PD. Why? Okay, have you ever imagined why do we import pandas as PD or NumPy as MP?
I think that that's their short form, right? That's their alias.
Okay, okay, now okay, it's not their alliance. Okay, we
Okay.
give the pandas what we want it to be.
Oh,
I hope you understand.
okay.
Okay, it's just like I'm telling Python, give me your library. I don't want to mention it the way you understand it. Use my own word, use my own word so that I can be able to recognize it. I hope you understand my
Hmm.
statement.
Yeah, I
Hello?
understood. Yes, I understood.
I'm trying to break it down for you so that you will have the understanding and you can be able to teach it to a 5 years old. If you cannot teach it to a 5 years old, you cannot learn it or it cannot stay in you. Okay? So
Okay.
I have imported it and I don't want to call it pandas again. I don't want to call it pandas again. I want to call it PD. Now I will run it. First of all, we are going to see how we can create a table. We are going to see how we can create a table. Now, for us to create a table, and we are going to, okay, we are going to create a variable called data. We are going to create a variable called data equal to, now we are going to use our dictionary. Our dictionary, remember, dictionary is key and what?
I don't remember like that.
Ah, okay, key and value. Okay, you have to go back to Python again, please.
Okay.
Key
Okay.
and value. Dictionary is key and value. For you to have a fresh memory of Python, okay, go back to
Mm.
our YouTube video, watch the Python course, okay, the Python
Okay.
course from day one to the end. You will have a good understanding. Then you will be free to ask question if you want to ask question. Okay.
Okay.
Now, the dictionary is key and value. Dictionary has key and value. Now, first of all, we are going to create our keyword, which is we are going to, okay, we are going to use customer ID, which I'm going to hello,
Sorry, sorry. I'm trying to make it speaker.
which I'm going to use cost ID. Cost ID. So this cost ID is my name. I'm giving it the key I'm giving it. Then the column, I will use the column to separate it to indicate that I'm writing the value. I'm writing value. So I'm going to insert a set of 1, 2, 3, and 4. No, 1, 2, 3. Okay, this 3 is okay. Now I'm creating a table. So I'm going to also use a comma to separate it. Use comma to separate it. Then I'll press enter. I'm going to use name. So the name, I'll put it in string. Okay, in string. Now this is my key name. Then I'm going to assign a value, which is okay. I'm going to assign a value. The name should be okay. One should take uh, Mohammed, and two should take Moses, and three should take Abu. Okay,
Okay.
so one should take Mohammed, and two should take Moses, and the three should take Abu or Abu. So this is Abu. Now this is um dictionary, or our dictionary. So we have to convert it to a data frame. We have to convert it to table. So for us to convert it to table, we have to so I want to run it now. It has already run. Let me print data to see the example, to see what it gave us. Now this is what it gave us. Now I want to convert it to a table. For me to convert it to a table, I will create a new tab. Then I will declare a variable called PD. So PD now df, then I will call PD my pandas. I will call pandas. So remember, pandas is PD. So I'll call
Mhm.
PD dot. I will call the method called data frame. Method called data frame. I will call the data frame. So data frame. So I have to pass in my variable name called data. I have to pass in data and paste it here. Then when I run it, automatically it will create a table for us. So let me call the df. This is our table. Our table is this. So let's see. Okay, this is our table. How do you see the table? Do you see the table?
Yeah, yeah, I've seen it. I've seen.
So
And where
so
ID.
automatically, okay, what?
No, I saw like the ID name and it's arranged in a tabular form.
Okay. So the cost ID is okay. Now this ID I created is like a key. Okay, it's like a key. I want Abu to be one. I want Mohammed to be one as a key of one, and I want Moses to have a key of uh, two. Okay, but if you see 0, 1, 2 is their index
Yeah, index value.
number. Yeah, index value. So have you ever go to an organization where each staff is employed with their identity number?
Yes.
Yeah, each staff has their own ID, right?
Yeah, ID.
ID.
Yes.
So this is why I created a cost ID, okay? A customer ID. So we have seen how we can create a table, right?
Yep.
So we are moving now to see more of it. We are going to see more of it. Now we are going to look on how we can select a single column. A single column. How we can select a single column. Now for me to select a single column, since I have DF, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hope you understand. Since I have DF, I will attach it just like, do you remember how we can index in Python?
How to
I
what?
teach you how to index. I teach
Yes.
you now.
Yep.
Okay. Now, since I have DF, I can also index this role name. I hope you remember how we can index.
Yeah, I do.
Okay, now let me index name. So what can I do to index name?
We'll call this out the DF
Uh-huh.
and open a bracket
Okay, okay, yeah, you got it.
and
So I'll pass
call
in
name.
name.
Yeah.
So name. So automatically I've selected one one role. This one role, I'm coming. It said name is not defined. Okay, why? Why name is not defined? So let's see. Let's see what happened. Okay, let's see what happened. Now, why name is not defined? Did you see? It said name is not defined, and it gave us another name with a string.
Okay.
So this error have already given us our solution. It has already given us our solution. So we have to rename it with a string. So let me copy this. Did you see how simple it is?
Okay. Yeah.
So when you run it, it will give you one role. So I believe we we have learnt this for today. Did you see it?
Yes.
Automatically, it has already removed cost ID and gave us this. And we have the index number of 0 Mohammed, 1 Moses, and 2 Abu. So now we are going to, okay, let's see how we can, okay, let's see how we can, okay, select a multiple column. Okay, let's see how we can select a multiple column. For us to select a multiple column, okay, for us to select a multiple column, we are going to, okay, let's see. how this will work out. Okay. Now we have this already, right? We have
Mm-hmm.
this already. Now, normally, if we want to create, like bring out the cost ID, we can also, okay, add another square bracket, okay. We can add another square bracket and comma, and we are going to bring our cost ID, okay, cost ID. And let me copy this cost ID and let me paste it here. So I've already pasted it here. So I will also, yeah, close it with the square bracket. Okay. Now, and I want you to understand this, that I use two brackets inside one bracket, right?
Yes.
So this the first bracket automatically group the two together to create a table. So now when I run it, it will run it will run in the sense that why it did not run is that I've already generated uh, our first column. So let's see. Let me run this again. Okay, let me run this. Okay, what is the problem? Let me see my error. Okay, now I'm coming.
I
I'm
think it's
coming.
telling us to use the curly bracket.
Okay, calling bracket, right?
Instead of the square bracket.
Mm, no, I don't think so. I don't think so. And I don't think so. I don't think so. So let's make see this again. Our code is correct. And okay, now the error is this is invalid in the sense that I've already changed it to one column. Now let me copy this again. Okay, let me copy this again and or okay, I'm coming. I'm coming. Sometimes sometimes we might be fixing errors. Our error should not be our um problem. So let me use the print to see what's my error. What's my error? Okay, let me paste this. Let me use this. Um, this. Okay, invalid.
It's saying it's an invalid
This
key.
okay. It's showing me that it's an invalid, and I'm coming. So let me cut it out. Okay, let me cut it out. So let me create a fresh table now. I'm going to create a fresh table. I'm going to create a fresh table, copy this, then I'm going to paste it. I'm going to create another table which I'm going to name it as, okay, this one should be our first name. So I'm going to create this, and our this should be our okay, I'm coming up. This should be our second, which will be the last name. So, and comma. So then our last name, I'll change this to um Yakubu, and I'll change this to Korea, and I'll change this to um progress. Okay, now let me run this, and let me change its data frame. Let me change the data frame. Now I'm going to run it. Now let me print the df again, the f. So this is our data set, and we want to select two column. We want to select two column. So since we have already created a two column, did you know why it did not give me the result of the previous one?
No.
Because I've already selected one column out of it.
Oh,
I hope you understand.
yes.
I've already selected one column out of it, so it's only it's the column remaining is just one, so it cannot generate two for us again.
Okay.
So now we have to create two column. Two column now. We have to create two column. We have to create a table for again. The table again. Now we can select it now. So now let us select it. Let's select these two column. Now for us to select it, we are going to call the df, then we are going to use two brackets, comma. So we are going to call the first name, and we are going to call this last name. So I'm coming. What's this wrong? I don't really know what's happening. I'm coming. This okay. Oh, I missed it. Sorry, I missed it. I'm not supposed to put this. Okay. I hope you understand.
You have another bracket at the end. Okay.
I'm not supposed to put this. I'm sorry. This is how it's supposed to look like. Do you understand? Did you understand what I just removed?
Yeah, you can move the
I have
bracket in
to,
between.
I have to merge the two together.
Okay.
Okay, look at it. Remember, let me go back again. This is our first column. I inserted two columns, right? First and second. This column, this column I added, it's
Mm.
supposed to be one. one. So when I remove the one inside and remove this inside and run, it will run. Okay. So what's happening? Okay, I'm coming. Okay, first name index not defined. Okay, let's see. So now it told me this index is not defined. Why? Because I'm using a small letter n. Remember, Python is case sensitive. This first name is different from this last name, this first name, right?
Mm-hmm.
Look at it. So I have to change it to capital letter N. When I change it to capital letter N, it will it will draw out the table for us. I hope you understand.
Okay. Sir, can you go up a bit? Let me see something. I want to see the data frame. Mine is giving me some errors. Go up. Yeah, okay. First name is equals to this. Okay. Okay.
Okay. Now, this was the problem we were having, and I believe when you come across it, you'll be able to solve this problem. Please note, do not join this
It will
any column. Yes, with a square bracket, two square brackets. Remove it and make it to be one bracket that will carry the columns you need. Okay.
okay.
So and now we have other type. Hello.
Yeah, I'm here.
We have other type to create a table. And I want to show you how we can create a table apart from this. Okay. Now, let's see how we can create a table. We can create a table first. We can create the column on a separate row. Then we can also create our column. So let's try this. Let's see how we can create a table, separate table. Okay. Now I'm going to declare PD. Now I'm going to use PD dot data frame again. Data frame. This is other way we can create a table. So
Okay.
we are going to use our bracket and we are going to draw it down. So then we are going to call the column, and we are going to assign it to, okay, we are going to assign it to first name and second name. Okay, first name and second name. So we move it down like this. I believe you know what I'm doing. Indexation. This is indexation. I just indexed now. So I'm going to use the cost. I'm going to use the costs ID, ID. Then I'm going to also call the first name, first name, and I'm going to, this is the column we are creating now. It's column we are creating. Okay, please take note, we are creating column using order method. Okay,
Okay.
So now we can come down here. We come down here to print our role. Now for us to print our role, we are going to call df cost id, cost id and cost id. Then we are going to assign it a value. This is just like we are assigning cost id to a new variable. We are assigning cost id to a new variable. So I hope you understand it. Please understand it. And after this class, I want you to practice more on it to have a better understanding and a good foundation in it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, and this is it. And we are going to also do it as this again. We are going to call the first name. We are going to call the first name, and we are going to assign it to a new name, to a new values, which is do. I'll make sure I put it in string do, and I'm going to use Joe, and I'm going to use Toad. Now I will close it, then I'll come down again. I will assign df, and I'll pass in my last name. Okay, my last name, and I'm supposed to put it in string. Sorry, last name, and I'm going to assign it the last name, which is Pele, and I'm going to assign noticed, and I'm going to assign Pele. So this is our data set we have just created. Now I want to run it. Once I run it, now it will print, and I want to print out my df again so that I will see our table that I have created. So df, what did you see? Hello, what did you see?
Hello.
So what did you see now? I've created a table, right? Hello,
Hello.
hello. I said I've created a table, right?
Hello.
Are you not hearing me? Mohammed.
Hello.
Hello, Mohammed. I'm hearing you, Mohammed. Are you still in class? Hello, Mohammed. Hello.
Hello.
Are you in class? Are you hearing me? Hello, Mohammed. Are you back?
Yeah, I'm back. I think the network was sleeping.
Your network, you have network issues. So I've created a table, right?
Yeah.
So far, this is what we have learned so far. We are going to stop here. We are going to continue on our next class on Tuesday. Wednesday, right?
On Thursday.
Or Thursday, sorry. We are going to continue from here on Thursday. That is the third week of this training. We are going to start from this. We have just got into pandas, the introduction of pandas. We look out on how we can create table, okay?
Yep.
And that is our third week of this training. So far, what have you learned so far from the beginning of this class? And what have you learned so far? Do you feel that this training will meet to your expectation? Or
Yes, yes. So far, I've been going to the speed and everything is clear and understandable. Starting from non-fi, importing, like we talk about importing Python libraries. We started with non-fi. We did the introduction, how to build simple array. Then we build double, created two-dimensional array. From there, we'll learn how to create array filling with zeros. We'll learn how to create array filling with one. Then we'll learn how to to know the type of the type of array after we have built the array. Then we learn how to create array with range of numbers. We start with start, stop, and step. Then we'll learn how to auto generate numbers. Then we'll learn how to create random values of integers, which is low, high, and on size. Then from there we have learned how to get the maximum numbers using the code below. We talk about axis like zero axis and the one axis, sorry, which is zero axis is the column and the one axis is the row. Then we did some calculation. We did addition of arrays, subtraction of arrays. We did modulo. We did multiplication. Then we even talk about the square root, trigonometric signs, and
okay,
also
okay. So
the
far,
uh,
you can stop. So I just want to hear from you. And have you been able to practice and also go back to our videos again?
yeah, like mostly every time, like after the class, I go to the videos on my free time. I'll be watching the videos and learning more.
Okay. And our week two, our week five, as I said in our group chat,
Mm,
our week five is practical based on research. I will give you a data set, you will research for me and analyze and give me what you analyzed. First of all, I will in our week four, I will
mm,
introduce you on how to analyze data. Then week five, you are going to analyze for me data. I will give you data set. Week six, I will also give you data set to analyze. So when you finish the week six,
mm.
that is the end of this training and you will be certified. Okay.
Okay, okay,
Please, I want you to know that um, our analysis is based on research. When I share the data set for you, I'm expected to do more research because I will give you what you have to produce for us, the analysis you have to produce for us. Then you are going to do more research and find out those problems. Okay,
Okay, no problem.
no problem. So do have a nice day, and I believe this course will take you to the next level. So thank you for coming and thank you for joining this training.
All
So
right,
good
thank you.
night and have a nice day.
All right, bye.